morning, 7th grade. Today we start unit number 2 entitled Nouns. Over the past years, you have been studying the parts of the sentence. You've learned about subjects and predicates, prepositional phrases. You've learned about nouns. And as you may be remembering, these nouns take on different forms in the sentences. Most recently, we remember that nouns served as the subjects of the sentence. Before we studied subjects and predicates, you learned that nouns were part of prepositional phrases. They served as the object of the prepositions. Later on this year, we'll be seeing that nouns serve another purpose because they're going to serve as the direct or indirect objects found within the sentence. Before we go any farther today, at the top of your paper, I would like for you to put your last name with a comma, separating it from your first name. Last name, first name. The number 7 and the date 9/28. Once again, if you follow along closely today with our class discussion, you will be successful in completing lesson number 7. We take note of the terms. The first is noun, which names a person, place, thing, or idea. A noun can be broken down into two parts. We can call a noun singular, which means it names one person, place, thing, or idea. Or if it ends in S or ES and also refers to more than one person, place, thing, or idea, we call it plural. Not always, but very often times, if you see an S or an ES at the end of a noun, it's going to be plural. You'll see at the top of page 61, 2 lines, one labeled singular, the other plural. Words like student, bench, hotel, and truth are singular. They name one person, place, thing, or idea. Students, benches, hotels, truths. Notice these end in S or ES and name more than one person, place, thing, or idea. So we call them plural. Another way a noun can be broken down or named is a proper noun. If you are naming a specific person, place, thing, or idea, it's called a proper noun. Garden Homes Lutheran School. The Milwaukee Public Museum. Miller Park. Thomas Jefferson. All names of people, places, things, or ideas are called proper nouns, and they must receive capital letters. Our takeaway from today is that nouns name persons, places, things, or ideas. We call these common. Common nouns can be singular or plural. If a noun names a specific person, place, thing, or idea, we call it proper. Now is a good time to take your pencil and place the directions for exercise 1 on your paper. Underline or highlight the italicized word. Then place a P on the blank if it's plural, or S on the blank if it's singular. In each of the sentences, numbers 1 through 13, there is an italicized word. So what we want to do to start out with is we want to underline, or we can highlight those italicized words. Take a minute and do that for these 13 sentences. Only the italicized words. You'll be remembering if it's italicized, the font is slightly slanted. Good. Now that you've got those identified, these are not all the nouns, but we're just practicing to see if we're able to identify and to place into groups nouns that are singular versus those that are plural. So ask yourself, does it name one or more than one item? Number 1, town, S, singular. 2, parade, S, singular. 3, elephants, plural, P. 4, acrobats, plural. 5, juggler, singular. 6, marches, plural. 7, microphone, singular. 8, act, singular. 9, tigers, plural. 10, clowns, plural. 11, car, singular. 12, net, singular. 13, sister, singular. We notice that the words that end in S or ES are labeled singular. They name more than one person, place, thing, or idea. The other nouns in the sentences like town, parade, juggler, net name one person, place, thing, or idea, and so we label them singular. Please turn to page number 62. At the top of the page in red on the name line, I have a direction on my screen that I'd like for you to put onto your paper. Secondly, put an X through the top 2 items on page 62. Thirdly, in place of exercise 2 and the directions that are there, please place these directions. Your choice. Circle all proper nouns. Underline all common nouns. Or, if you'd like to use highlighters, use 2 different colors. Use one color, for example, yellow, for all the proper nouns, and use another highlighter color, for example, orange, for the common nouns. Now don't use more than 2 colors and don't mix the 2 colors up. Keep one color if you're going to use a highlighter for the proper nouns, and then highlight the other common nouns another color. Before we begin, there are 2 reminders. Do not select pronouns. Words like he or she, it, they or them, him or her. Do not select pronouns. These are not nouns. Avoid them. Number 1, he. I wouldn't take he. Number 5, himself. I wouldn't take himself. That's an example of a pronoun. Reminder number 2, all prepositions have objects. Those objects are nouns. Let's begin with number 2. Notice in yellow, I have in. 1841 is a noun. Why? Because it follows a preposition. New York City. That's a noun. Why? Because it follows a preposition. Number 3, museum. You notice I'm using 2 different colors. Proper noun, common noun. 2 is a preposition. Museum is a noun. Money. Money is a common noun. It follows a preposition in. Number 6, 1871 is a noun. So, do not select pronouns like himself and he. Number 2, all prepositions have objects. Again, you see the importance of selecting prepositional phrases. If you're able to do that, it makes the work of identifying the nouns a lot simpler. Your task is to circle all proper nouns, underline all common nouns once, or highlight common and proper nouns in 2 separate colors. I would like for you to circle the odd numbers. Those are the ones I have in green. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15. We're going to omit the evens, and we're going to work with the odd numbers. Those ones that I have in green and the ones that you just circled on your paper. And then below it, cross out the bottom section. Once again, your assignment for tomorrow is to take and identify the proper nouns and the common nouns, selecting your choice, one of these directions found in the red box on my screen. Be remembering, do not select pronouns, and that if you have a preposition, there will be an object, and the object is going to be a noun. You are doing that for the green colored items that I've circled. Those numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15 you've circled on your paper. Please work carefully as you go through these items, and tomorrow we'll talk about another form of nouns, nouns that are used to describe possession, and nouns which take on more than one. We call them compound because they have more than one word. If you have any questions concerning these, again, please be sure to contact me. Have a great day.